What's it like being Muslim in Japan?
I find it kind of hard to live in Japan as a Muslim, but yeah, it's what I have to deal with every day.
The last question is, have you ever experienced like discrimination because of your Muslim? Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, actually, I had. So I basically lived in the countryside before.
Hi everyone, Kazuma here from Asian Mafia. Today I'm gonna interview Muslim people. What's it like being a Muslim in Japan? Okay, let's get started. Thank you for helping me.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Indonesia, Jakarta.
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 Okay, today I'm gonna interview what's it like being Muslim in Japan. I've heard Indonesia is one of the biggest Muslim country in the world. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Even though like our country is not a Islam country, Muslim country, but the population there is the Muslims are the most in Indonesia.
Okay. What's it like being Muslim in Japan?
I find it kind of hard to live in Japan as a Muslim, but yeah, it's what I have to deal with every day, so there's no other option.
Okay. You wear hijab right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
can see.
yeah. And have you ever experienced like someone stare at you?
Wearing hijab in Japan, sometimes I find people looking at me like a little longer than usual, but I choose not to pay that much attention to that. So, yeah, that's about it. I
You
think.
don't care?
Yeah. I choose not to care.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
But at the first time, I find it kind of bothering. But yeah, I've grown accustomed to people like staring at me longer. So yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you about local people in
Okay,
Japan. And do you have some opinion about local people in Japan?
I think compared to the local people in Indonesia, the Japanese here, I would say they seem to mind their own business more. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, in Indonesians, we can, like, sometimes, like, talk with random people, but I don't think it works here in Japan. So that's my opinion so far that I can think of.
Is it hard to communicate local people in Japan?
I think so. Of course, yes. Even if I stay here for even if I live here for almost 5 years, I think. Yeah, it's my 5th year living here. I think communicating with local people, especially if they don't speak English, is very hard because even until now, my Japanese skills, like my Japanese language skills, are still like mama.
Mama.
I
You can
think.
speak.
Oh no. Yeah, only that point. So yeah, I think especially to make friends or like communicate like in a formal situation, I still find it very hard to do that.
By the way, do you have Japanese friends or like maybe you are school student?
Yeah.
Yeah. And university student or
Yeah, I think in my university I have like 1 or 2 Japanese friends, but it's also because they also speak English at the first place. So yeah, we talk mostly in English. You just lose focus, man. I don't think like my Japanese friends and I are close. So yeah, but we also speak in English.
Okay, last question is, have you ever experienced like discrimination because of you wear scarf or hijab or just you are foreigner? How do you think about that?
I mean, from my personal experience, that I can think of and I notice is that people staring at me, but like a direct discrimination. I'm thankful that I haven't experienced that, but I heard some stories from a couple of my friends who also wear hijab, and I find it very sad, very disheartening. So yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's very saddening to listen to my friends' stories, even though I haven't experienced that, and I also don't want to experience that, and I don't want other people who also wear hijab too, just like me, and also live in Japan to experience that kind of that kind of discrimination, because I don't think any people deserve to get that treatment, something like that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Where you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
You're from Indonesia. What part of Indonesia?
I'm from Jakarta actually. Yeah.
Oh, you're from Jakarta. You also Muslim?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So I'm gonna interview about what's it like being Muslim in Japan. How do you think about that?
Okay, so for me, basically, it's not a big of a deal because like we're here as the same as any other people. We're not actually treated differently. It's just like more people are curious about like what kind of things that we could and couldn't do in here, and most of the people are actually more friendlier than they used to back then, probably when it was like still 2018 or something. More people are more most people are now more open-minded than they used to, so I think not a big problem though. It's
Oh,
like,
not a big problem. Okay. I know the Muslim people cannot eat pork, right?
yeah, it's true.
And I think it's hard to find the store, to like restaurant. How do you think about that?
Well, yeah, at first it was very difficult for me, but like now, because like Corona happened and stuff, people are actually more open-minded, and many Indonesians are like, or any like from like a past, no, it's from what do you call it, Arabian or like Turkish restaurants actually open recently, and I think it's more friendlier that way for Muslims, and also like even Japanese or even foreigners to come here and to enjoy their food.
Oh, but how you find the halal food restaurant? Like maybe Google?
At first, probably there's like I was a college student here for like 4 years, and then most of the like the organizations have this kind of like announcement and saying like there's a new restaurant opening, or probably
Wow.
like
They
probably from
announce.
like from like probably like social media, and they're probably gonna say like there's a new store, you might wanna probably consider yourself to come here at least once or something like, right? So like yeah.
Oh, I just curious. If you come into the restaurant like in coincidence, and then have you ever experienced like you ate the pork, even you don't know?
Yeah, it's not actually a restaurant, but like my first experience was actually when I went to like a Lawson. They were like these chips. I thought they were saying like it's actually beef. It was like written in katakana.
Yeah.
It was saying like beef, and then all of a sudden, my friend told me he can speak Japanese better than me. He was a senpai. He told me like it has like a pork in it. It's like yeah, you should read like the instruction like behind.
Yeah.
They put like butaniku, and I was like,
Oh.
what? Okay, so I can't eat it. Yeah, I can't. So like yeah, I didn't eat it. No, I ate it. I ate it first, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna eat it again. So like, yeah.
The last question is: have you ever experienced like discrimination because of your Muslim? Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, actually, I had. So I basically lived in the countryside before, and then it's pretty tough back there because like not many elderlies are very open to foreigners there, even though they have like this a university near there that actually open for like international students. But like for me, it's kind of I don't know tough because in there were like this. I have like this kind of experience where like this Japanese all of a sudden saying like "Arikaijin," like that stuff where like why all of a sudden and like why you have to do that because like I don't mind like you're living here. I don't
Yeah.
I don't if like you just mind your own business like that, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's kind of appropriate for anyone, even though like I'm still young, but like anyone should be treated the same, right? So I think yeah. But like most of the people as well like they could be friendly sometimes. They keep like when you're doing like a jogging or something, running, they keep saying like "Ohayo, ohayo gozaimasu," and sometimes I got like that kind of what do you call it? I've been treated that way, so I
Yeah.
think it's kind of good for me
Mm.
to hear that, and I'm actually happy to hear that as well. So,
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, you can speak Japanese, right?
まあなんとなく喋りますけど、
まあちょっと喋れる
はい、喋れる。
めちゃくちゃ上手なんですよ。それ
そんなことないです。
はい。で、そうですね。じゃあちょっと最後になんですけど、日本でなんか好きな場所とかありますか？
好きな場所はまあディズニーランドかな。自分はディズニーランドが好きです。
ディズニーランド今後いつ行くか予定ありますか？
今後はまだ未定ですよね。
まだ未定ですか？
はい。多分来月かな、再来月。
来月
そうですね。
今いっぱいですからね。OK、じゃあありがとうございました。Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, how was it? It was really interesting. Especially Japanese people don't have many food restrictions. So hearing about food limitations in other country was very insightful. Yeah, so I'd like to make another video about Muslims if I got chance again. So yeah, okay. So don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the like button. Bye.